Hi everybody, welcome back. We are on set with Sam from Alligator Soup, and she's going to tell us what they have to offer, which is a lot. So,
yes, it is.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So, what does Alligator Soup do, Sam?
Well, so we are a full-service stationery boutique. We offer everything from save the dates to birth announcements. We do everything wedding-related. We do a lot of in-house printing. We do table numbers, menu cards, everything. So Alligator Soup has really grown throughout the years. We've been in business for 37 years, and I just recently took over. So, you know, it's been fun. It's been fun to add some things to our list and just meet all the people. So.
Yeah, for sure. And what makes Alligator Soup unique?
So we offer a hands-on experience rather than going online and ordering. We get to meet with the bride and groom. We get to feel their vibe and what they're wanting for each of their event suites. It's not just a click and go. It's we help you with your font. We help you bring your vision to life, basically.
For sure.
And take the stress off.
People might not think much about that comment, like we help you with your font. But as a graphic designer, I can tell you there are like 5 million fonts in the world.
Yeah.
And it can be really hard to find like just the right font.
It is. It really is. Like even matching two fonts, because a lot of people like a script and a block together, and sometimes they don't match. So we help you with that.
You have to find the right script with the right block.
Yes. Yes.
Just like they found the right person to marry.
Exactly. Yes.
Your fonts have to be ready to get married too.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are your business values?
We value a long-term relationship with our clients. A lot of our customers have been coming to us for 37 years, and that's why we've been able to stay in business for so long. We want to help you with your engagement announcements all the way up to your grandchildren's birth announcements. And that's what we really value.
That's awesome.
Is keeping that relationship.
That's really special. We feel the same way at Bridal Spectacular because we've been in business for 30 years, so not quite as long as you guys, but we're getting close. And I remember the first time there was a bride at our show that said, "My mom planned her wedding at your show." And my mom and I were like, oh! You know, like we fangirled so hard. Like that was the coolest moment. So I love that people come back to your shop time and time again for, you know, those baby announcements and wedding announcements and mitzvahs and birthdays and sweet 16s. Everything. And you name it. Like there's so many amazing life events, and the best way to celebrate them is with a stunning card.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I keep a box and I put, you know, like Christmas cards in it and all those things every year. Yep. And, you know, it's something special that, you know, like someone put effort into designing those for, you know.
It's a nice keepsake.
It is.
So, yeah.
So, how has the pandemic affected your business?
Well, it's been hard because we're trying to keep up with the governor's guidelines, so the mask enforcement, the social distancing, and in the beginning we weren't even open. So we've kind of just been rolling with the punches, you know, fixing like invitations where we can, where people are like, oh, the date has changed, or it's even postponed. So we've been doing a lot of work with trying to make changes where we can.
So were you able to actually make changes to some of invitations that were already printed rather than having to reprint?
Well, so for invitations that were already printed, we can't make a change to that, but we do offer in-house printing. So we've been doing a lot of inserts that say, hey, say our new date, or X, Y, and Z have changed, and it's been really great. We've been able to match the layout of their invitation suite that they had ordered previously.
Right.
And I think it's been pretty good. But I mean, some people even come in and they reorder their wedding suite. A lot of our vendors are being really great with working with brides and grooms who, you know, have had to postpone their event because of COVID. So it's been weird, but we're kind of just rolling with it.
Yeah. And so how have you been able to guide the brides and grooms during this process?
Well, we've kind of just been telling them, you know, take your time with this process, because people will come in and they say, okay, our date is this, our venue is this, and the next week it's changing. So we've kind of just been telling them, you know, take a look at the proofs, take as much time as you can, because once those things are set in stone and printed, it's hard to go back, and we don't want you to have to reprint. It's an unnecessary cost, and we try to keep it as stress-free as we can. So.
Now, with the waiting comes, you know, obviously, usually you would order your suites pretty far out. So are you able to kind of order those on a little shorter notice in order to make people be able to have as much time to be sure that date is happening?
So yes, we are. We still do our early appointments. but we just kind of, you don't send your invitations out until like 6 to 8 weeks before an event.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can get them to order like 2 months before, like that is plenty of time. And there's always rush shipping that we can do.
Right.
Our vendors have been great. They've been working with us, and they've been working with the brides and grooms. And as long as we have the information ready to go and they're ready to print, it's been pretty easy, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone's been really great and really understanding.
Well, tell us, you haven't told us about the shopping experience that is Alligator Soup, because it's not, the reason why I love going in there is like not only do you guys make beautiful invitations, but it's also fun to go there because there's so much stuff, like, and cute stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff. We've recently been trying to bring in some more updated, like trendier stuff. So we have gifts for every occasion. Mm-hmm. Birthdays, bachelorettes, Christmas, everything, Hanukkah. So yeah, we've been really changing it up. We have like coffee table books now and a ton of like alcohol related stuff, which is kind of fun. Like
mixology and
stuff like that. We have these really cool like wine tumblers with bedazzled little like charms on them. Like, we have something for everyone, and it's really great to see people come in thinking, oh, we just have greeting cards and stationery, but they leave with a beautiful gift for their loved one.
So it's also a perfect stop if you're like, I'm going to a housewarming or a birthday party and I have nothing to bring.
Oh, yeah.
Just you can stop in and you can get the card covered, but then you can also find that little something.
A little gift. Perfect. It's like candles, frames, cheese boards, everything.
And showers, everything. Too. I know I've bought a few cute things for my kids there as well.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of baby stuff, and it's so stinking cute.
Do you like babies?
Yeah, the baby fever.
Well, before I keep talking at you, do we have any audience questions, Miss Jo?
Some of them, of course, was how far in advance do you order your invitations?
So just in case, what is your like magic number right now?
Right now, I would say come in 3 months before the event, and then we'll get it ordered probably a month later, and you should be pretty solid. 2 months before is pretty solid.
Okay.
And what would your recommended time be if they are doing a save the date or resave the date? Can you give us 2 of those?
So save the dates are kind of tricky. It's not something that you necessarily have to do. It's something that people like to do. So the time frame on that, there's really no guidelines to that. As long as it's not, you're sending it right before you send your invitations, 6 months before is fine, I think. I even have people come and do it 4 months before. So
well,
it's
they
really
could possibly even just leave the date off right now and just make it an announcement of we're engaged. Mm-hmm. That way, once again, then you can still send it early, or send it right after the engagement, but not necessarily lock yourself into a date that could theoretically change.
Exactly. So it's a personal preference. There's no right or wrong reason, or right or wrong time. But for resave the dates, I'm recommending waiting until you have that solid date. Again, with a no time frame for before or after the date, but
well, it's nice to know you're being flexible with kind of like the timeline, whereas I know before all this happened, there was kind of like, okay, you really need to order this far out, and it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get them, and it's great that you can kind of move that timeline up.
Yeah, we're trying to at least. So.
I know it's difficult because they do take time and effort to put all those together, especially when, tell us, what are all the different things that are sometimes in like a complicated invitation?
Oh my gosh, so your basic wedding suite is an invitation, your RSVP set, and sometimes an accommodation card, which is if you have a block of rooms reserved, or even directions or dietary restrictions, stuff like that.
Like where it says, okay, you have the option of like chicken, beef, or fish, or let us know if you have any allergies.
Yeah, so that's usually on the RSVP set if you're doing a plated meal. Mm-hmm. But I find the most that I get people doing is an extra card, not necessarily an accommodations card, but more of like a reception card, especially if the reception is in a different place than the actual ceremony. But yeah, we do it all. We can do as many inserts as you want. It depends on how much information you have. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Is there one more?
Yes, there is. So if they're looking for a special gift like a mother of the bride or a bridesmaid gift, what would your recommendation, what are like 2 of the top things that you would recommend that I'm looking at inside Alligator Soup?
Okay, so for mother of the bride, I would say you definitely want to do I would do at least a nice frame with a beautiful picture of the two of you inside of it. As far as bridesmaids or your bridal party, we can get crazy. I mean,
but you did say you had lots of drink paraphernalia.
Yes, exactly. So we do have that. We have these little mini emergency bridesmaids kits, which are really cool. Little pouches that you can put whatever in that say bridal party. And we even have greeting cards that are funny and maybe even a little vulgar, but great to give your bride, even for your bridal party to give you. So we have a lot. We have a lot.
Well, that was a lot of good information. I think we've gotten a good idea about the shop, and you have like so much fun stuff in there. We have some examples up on the screen of some of your work that you guys have done in the past. We had fun working with you for one of our photo shoots recently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and menu cards. When would people generally order menu and programs, things like that?
So menu and programs, it depends on how you want it printed. If you want it to match your suite, I would say order it at the same time as your invitation suite, just to save on that shipping cost. Save a little here and there. But we can do it in-house, like with a couple days notice. It really just depends on how many and what you're looking for.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all the details, Sam. Check out, we have their information, their contact info. Go to alligatorsoup.com, visit them in the shop. Are you doing appointment only right now, or can they walk in?
You guys can pop in. Sometimes we have people there already, but I do recommend giving us a call beforehand just to make sure we have someone help you.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and then we will be back with Ella Gaggiano Studio.